Acknowledge last transmission. Your mother? No? That was rude? I still don't know how to acknowledge any transmissions here. I'm not panicking, you're panicking. Yes? Acknowledged? Your mother? I don't know. I just ignored. If you're visiting, I would recommend going to Morocco. I haven't seen anyone to go there. Yeah, we are in Iran right now because somebody requested it, as somebody who lives there. And well, we are doing that right now. 180 turn, please. Sure thing, that. Yes, I copied, but I don't know how to answer because the game didn't teach me. You live in Morocco? I mean, by the way, this is not north, this is east. So north would be over there. Yeah, you cannot see it because my stupid face is in the way. But there's a compass in the top left corner. And now we are en route to north. Morocco? Well, we can make a stop in Morocco. Sure thing. Hey, as I said, I don't mind. I like to go anywhere in the world. Like, I love to see everything. I never mind. Yeah, right, Samaratu. Man, look at that. Right off the lake is my house. Nice. It's right there, I can see it from here. I should definitely check out my city to see if they have actually make it accurate or not. I should definitely check on it. Just for the lols. Hello, mountains here. Why is my fuel always just 48%? What is that? I can wait to get my place. Nice. Where do you live? I live in Germany. Our world is so pretty, yeah? And in my opinion, this game shows that borders basically only exists in the people's head. But that is a very different topic. Yeah, I definitely have to check out Berlin. I have to see how accurate it is. Man, this might take a while. Now keep in mind, the world is big. Like, the world is really, really big. So we might fly a while. Even though this is a relatively big, quick machine. Yo, Resco. Can you get faster airplanes? Yeah, totally. You can get jet engines. Mm-hmm. There's time acceleration. Oh, didn't know that. How do I do that, Sakura? How do I do that? Can I do that from here? Whoa, this airplane is going to the left. Quite a bit. You saw it in the YouTube feed. Alright. Fair point, fair point. Man, it's clear skies. Look at that. Oh yeah, I think there's the sea. I think right there is the sea. We can see it already. Time acceleration. What would that be? Let me see. What is this? Oh, right engine, propeller RPM. Okay. Mixture control. That makes sense. Increase vertical speed. Left. Increase the airspeed. Huh. Ah, this doesn't work. Wop wop wop. Won't be in the cockpit. Oh, it's game settings. Okay. Not in the cockpit. Makes sense. Okay, this looks a bit weird. Like you can clearly see the cut. It's from the satellite data. Yeah, happens. It's the small things in life. It's a hiking path, not a cut. Right. This is where they glued the Earth together. If you didn't know, when the Earth was created, it was basically two pieces. This is why we also have the flat Earth theory, because people just don't understand that at some point it was actually a flat Earth, but then they took the two pieces and glued them together. And that apparently happened right here. This is where they glued the Earth together. Yep. Right there. Did I hear flat Earth? A lot have changed in here. You know nothing, Mr. Riscosoli. Nothing. I wonder if there's like an airport right there. There it is. Is that a city down there? Is there a restriction on flyovers? No. No, you can start wherever you want. You can just start in the air if you so desire. It doesn't have to be on an airport. Nope, you can start wherever you want. Like you click on the map, you say I want to start right there, and it will start you in the air. Yep. No restrictions. Yeah, I don't think there are any, like, yes, you can fly over Area 51, if you want to know that. Rude, fuckbound, rude. you have to avoid some of the mix sometimes. It's a bit annoying. If you don't have enough flares in your airplane, then you're screwed. Definitely, what I would recommend, get the booster update and then get an upgrade for your air-to-air missiles first. That really helps. Man, that was some bad comedy right there. Oh! Sorry. Sorry. My bad. I don't even know. I don't think they have an airport there. Yeah, that's a city. Yeah, that's a city. I don't know what city that is. Again, I have never been to the Iran, and my knowledge about this area is like kind of limited. But yeah, that's a city. It's Nassar. Alright. Yeah, we are going down, by the way. We're going down. I don't know if they have an airport, though. It's definitely a long and big city. It's pretty cool. Yeah, the question is where, though. The city is kind of big. Like, I don't know exactly where the airport is. Oh, there. I think it's down there. I think you can see it from here. Yep. I think that's the airport right there. Yep. I can see it. I can see it. Let's prepare for landing. I can see it. Okay, let me see something. Just for the loads, we cut the engines. We can do Morocco next, yeah? Can you do a night flight? Yeah, we can totally do one. I will land on the airfield, then we can do Morocco, and then we can do a night flight. Actually, it should become slowly night here, so... Yeah, by the way, you can change to any point to night. Like, technically, it's night right in the Iran. So, I just changed the time. So it's totally doable. Oh, you can also like change it right now. That's fine. I know this is not how you normally go down, but I don't have the time. Is that another airport there? That looks like another airport. Huh. Maybe it isn't. Oh well, we are taking that airport. I think that's another airport there. You sure about that landing? No. Yeah, we were far too high in altitude. Let's go down. I mean, what can go wrong here, right? See you later, Sakura. See you later. Yep, there it is. This is the Nosar Airport. Hey, you were right, Emyun. You were absolutely right. The engine is cut. The engine has been cut for the last 2 minutes. That's the crazy part about it. I'm flying without an engine. So... it's a Mia. Okay. Sorry, I'm sometimes bad with reading names. We are too fast. Just saying. We are far too fast.
Overspeed 500. Overspeed.
Doesn't want to set out the gear. It doesn't send out the gear. The hell? Yeah, it doesn't want to send out the landing gear. The hell was that? I mean, the flaps are out, so... Oh, you did...
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Shut up.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Stall. Stall 100. Stall. 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 Landing gear. 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 Landing gear.
Where's the landing gear?
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Oh, now we are doing it. Well, look at that. Well, thank you. Well, not pretty, but what can you do? Not pretty, but what can you do? Yeah, I was probably too fast. I was probably too fast here. Let's be real. There you go. I'll be kissing the ground after that flight. Wow, legend. Wow. Wow. I find that very rude of you. All right. Morocco, you say? Sure. Do you want... I bought 32 gigabyte of RAM. This is your fault. Hey, I'm just saying. Neberal? Your GPU and CPU will be fine. The 16 gigabyte of RAM will be a problem. The 16 gigabyte of RAM will be a problem. Like, I'm running at 16 gigabyte of RAM, and especially in dense areas like Europe or even like some of the American, the game is crashing because it's running out of RAM. So the CPU and the GPU is not a problem for this game. It's the RAM which really kills this game. So 16 gigabyte of RAM is the bare minimum. And Amir, you're more than welcome. Like, again, I love to fly everywhere. Like, I would consider myself a citizen of the world. I love to visit all the places. Like, I know we have differences around the world, and unfortunately political differences here and there, and yeah, that's all going on. But especially when it comes to flying, like, I go everywhere. I don't mind. How is your sister? Thank you so much for gifting a sub to Amir. Thank you very much for doing so. And Amir, welcome to the VIP castle. I hope you enjoy your stay here. And welcome in. Welcome in. The siege brings us together. It's my castle you are sieging, you bastards. Rude. You know where Morocco is? Kinder. What is the airport you want? What is the airport you want? Do you have a name of the airport? Or city? Give me a name of the city. I think that should also work. Rabat. Okay. Well, that's Tehran. That's no. No, Rabat is not an option. We have sites. Mohammed 5. The city is Rabat. Yeah, apparently that is not... It's not on the list, I'm afraid. Oh, there's Gibraltar. Huh, interesting. Yeah, I think we need an airport. I think we need an airport. Or at least something more. Mohammed 5. Yeah, we can do Mohammed 5. Sure thing. Yeah, this is fine. We can just use Mohammed 5. That is completely fine. Let's use a faster airplane. Why not? Let's speed this up a bit. Bada boom, bada bam. But yeah, thank you very much, How is your sister, for gifting a sub. Toronto? We have already been to Toronto. We have been to Toronto, haven't we? Does Rabat have like an airport? Oh, you did Vancouver? I mean, come on, man. Toronto, Vancouver, where's the difference? Where's the difference, Gwilder? This is the official release. This is the official release.
Tower Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra ready at runway 17 left straight out departure.
All right. Only 50 hours apart. See? You make that sound crazy. Just not. All right, let's get this into the air, shall we? You see me rolling. Did I hear you mention a Saturday stream yesterday? Yes, there will be a stream tomorrow, and we are playing Marvel Avengers, the beta, on PC, because I want to see how the performance is. The beta starts in about 2 hours from now on, at least in my region. But it's a bit too late. Also, I want to play this game. Alright. I'm here. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for stopping by. I do appreciate that. Glad that I could show your country a little bit. And have a wonderful day. I hope you will enjoy this game. Oh, we're too fast. Yeah. So you want to, wow. Landing gear. North. Well, let's go to the north. Yeah, again, like I think the biggest problem is really the RAM for this game. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Well, that was dumb. So that's a thing. I broke the airplane. Kids, don't break airplanes. So, physics, huh? They exist. Stop crashing.
Tower Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra ready at runway 17 left, departing straight out. Cessna Alpha Sierra.
Look, it happened. We don't talk about it. Let's get it on. I'm running 16 GB, but my Momo has only 2 DIMM slots. Oh wow. I mean, thankfully, like, RAM is really cheap. So that's a thing. RAM is really cheap right now. Oh, we have, yeah. Well, I like to use 2. I'm not the biggest fan of 4 lanes sometimes.
Landing here. Landing here.
Okay. Now turn to the north. Yeah, there you go. Make sure it's the same though. Right? Like, make sure it's the same though. Here it's tripled. Ah, that sucks. Sorry.
X-ray Golf Sierra, acknowledge last transmission.
Ah, that's faster. So... I mean... That's fine, right?
X-ray Golf Sierra, acknowledge last transmission.
That's fine, right? Whoops. Happens. So I don't know what this city is.
X-ray Golf Sierra,
Oh.
ATC services
What the
terminated.
hell? So let me see. Where are we here exactly? Let me see if I can... Can I go like... They don't really have a board computer where you can like plan stuff. That's unfortunate. Can we see that there? Bearing, timer. Well, I don't know what this city is. There's Casablanca. Okay. Oh, we are too fast. We are far too fast. Biggest city in Morocco. Interesting. Yeah, we fixed that. We're good. I think you went ludicrous speed. So, and you mean more in the... Well, that's actually east where we are flying to. This is the Tet Melil. So are we flying in the right direction? Or is this like the other direction? Like, you definitely have to send me in the right direction. that. There's so much city here. Yeah, not sure if you're going north, then you will find Rabat on the coast too. Well, we are flying east right now. North is there. North would be the ocean. So just north doesn't really help me anymore because we are already at the limit of north. So the question is it northeast? Like again, north is where the ocean is right now. That is north. So question is it northeast from Casablanca or west? Now you can see it right here, by the way. There you can see the compass down there. Right? Like you can see it right there. So we are flying like northeast right now. Because directly north would be the ocean. And I assume that city would not be in the ocean. If so, that would be cool. Well, I don't think that's the case. Maybe we have already like reached the point. Yeah, that would be there. That would be in the ocean. Like maybe there was the city there? Again, I cannot go more north. Like this is north. Right there. Where the ocean is. That's north. So we are now at the coast. And the question is, from the coast, east or west? There are two coasts. Like the one coast is going east, the other one is going west. So which one is it? It would be east. Okay. Well, see. There's something I can work with. Then let's go east. And yes, I will do the night flight afterwards. And then we will check out my city. For sure. Alright. Maybe it's there? There could be a city right there. Let's find out. VNLK. What is that? I mean, yeah, but what is that? Out of curiosity. Like, that doesn't tell me anything. Oh, we're a little bit too fast. Oh, Nepal. Well, keep in mind, that doesn't matter here. It's not like there are no like jets attacking you or anything else. There are no rockets. Like, you're just really flying around. Like, there's nothing really you have to be afraid of. Map of Himalayas. Oh, right of the Himalaya. Yeah, that could be interesting. This is a relatively big city right here. This is a relatively big city. Could be it. Mohammedia. It's in between. Okay. Hey, they have a stadium. Look at that. Wonder what they are playing there. Probably soccer. Baseball? Huh, who knows? Yeah, this could be, by the way, it. Just saying. That's Rabat. Well, there we go. There we go. It's just all a little bit small. Like, keep in mind, we are really high right now. We are really high. I keep that in mind. Oh, yeah, there's Sale. Saleh. How's the flying today? Peaceful. Very peaceful. I assume that's the airport. Oh, Samiratu. I'm so sorry about that. Good vibes to you. You mean the airport or the city? Keep in mind that's the... Oh yeah. That's the airport name. Well... Whoops! That's the problem when you are flying a very fast airplane. That's what you get. Whoopsie! I was too fast. I was too fast. I blanked out. The issue is not the fast airplane. I think it's the pilot. Just saying. Saying. Yeah, we were too fast and we were going down. Hello, is the early access for those who bought the deluxe? Which fan? Unfortunately, no. This is early access for content creators. And I'm a Twitch partner, and Xbox was super nice to me, and they were like, here, show the game to other people. Sell some copies, make us money. So yeah. Yeah. He's training for the My High Club, Too Fast, Too Furious. Could you do a flight over Conway, New Hampshire and Freiburg, Maine, USA? They're directly across the border from each other. We can do that. Yeah. Are there liveries for the planes? What do you mean by that? Can you try taking off from Nazir when you get the chance? Oh my god, so many people want to fly somewhere. I try to do my best. So you wanted a night flight. Allerton wanted a night flight. We can do that actually. And we can combine that with, let's see, New Hampshire. Let me see. Is that a direct airport? Let's see, New Hampshire. We can do a night flight. I said, boop. Also, I cannot write Hampshire, apparently. New. Apparently not. I try my best here, okay? Yeah, you have to be a bit more precise. Where's New Hampshire? Do we have like an airport name? Oh, so I can just wait a second. Yeah, you have to search per city. It's East Coast. So yeah, it's somewhere here, right? There's Halifax. Portland. Oh, there's Concord, New Hampshire, and there's an airport right there. Concord Mooney. I could offer you that. And let's do a night flight. Because somebody wanted a night flight. Oh yeah. Oh yeah! And you want to arrive... Where did you want to arrive to? Hope it's not too far. Oh wait. Oh, no, there is not. Twitch fan. There is not. And open your throat. I can definitely try that. I can definitely try that. Maine. There. Portland? I could offer Portland. Mooney will be small airports, and thank you so much for the bits, by the way. I really do appreciate that. By the way, you can request things in my channel without throwing money at me, to make that absolutely clear. Like, if people want to support me and the work I'm doing, you can totally do that, but you don't have to throw things at me just to talk to me. I answer the chat even without money involved, believe it or not. Yeah, I know it's crazy at Twitch. I know it's absolutely crazy. Yeah, I can give you Portland International, which is right next to Portland, Maine. So I can do that. Yeah. I don't think they have another airport here. I think this is the only one they have. Oh no, wait. Super Cup Field? Wait, what? That's not the one I want to land. Yeah. I think we have to use the Portland International. The closest airport to Freiburg. Freiburg? Where's Freiburg? Okay, let me search for it. Oh wait, no. That's fine. Let's not do that. Eastern Slopes. Not sure if I can. Yeah, there it is. There it is, right there. Bada boom, bada bam. Oh, that's 6 minutes of flight. We can do that. Sure. Bada boom, bada bam. Let's do this. And oh, thank you so much for using, wait, your Amazon game. Oh god, this is so confusing. Or Prime Game Prime, Amazon Prime. You know what I mean. Thank you so much for using that in the channel, and welcome to the VIP Castle. I hope you enjoy your stay here, and welcome to the Siege. Thank you so much. What are we flying today? We are flying another jet. We are flying, what's the jet called? Something jet, something. Look, I am not very good with airplane names, okay? I know it flies, I know it has jet engines. Et voila, that's it. Don't ask me specifics. I know it's not a big passenger machine, which we definitely have to fly. We haven't flown any of the big airplanes yet, like a Dreamliner. We have to fly the Dreamliner.
Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra taking off runway 35 departure
Cessna.
to the north.
Oh God. Okay. Who wanted a night flight? Is there any lights I can put on? Oh gosh. Whose idea was that? Just want to point that out. Okay, let me see. Can we... Are there lights? Can we put on some lights? Cabin dump. Okay, that's definitely not it. APU. Oh God. Whose idea was that we need a night flight? Look at the checklists for lights, maybe. Push to talk. Hey, oxygen. Nice, nice, nice. What is that? Secondary trim. Probably not. Why are there so many buttons? Who came up with this? You know what? I should let my autopilot fly. Alright,
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
whoops. I retracted my landing gear. I'm such a smart cookie. I think the the checklist. Where do I see the checklist? God damn it. Look. Is that under controls? Oh, the mouse to the top of the screen. Weather, fuel, navlog, AI control, basic controls, checklist. No, really, but we have to speed up a bit. We have to speed up a bit before we before we are reaching the end, because that would be very awkward. Uh-oh. What? What? What was that? You damaged you? Oh, because we were too fast, we bounced off and... I'm a horrible, horrible pilot. Oh, God. Well, first day in pilot school. What can I do? Oh, yeah. I know who asked for the night flight again.
Charlie Oscar November traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra taking off runway 35 north departure.
Okay. So. Let's see if we can actually... Oh no. I have to order some RAM. By the way, 16 gigabyte of RAM. No, this is not beta. This is the full release. It's my 16 gigabyte of RAM. 16 gigabyte of RAM is not enough. You need more. That's my problem. You need the 16 gigabyte of RAM. I have more than 60 gigabyte. Yeah. So 16 gigabyte is what I'm running right now, and it's the bare minimum you should have. This game doesn't like anything less than 16. And even 16, you can see what happens sometimes. Yeah. Oh, I will get 32. Like, again, RAM is so cheap right now. I had it planned anyways. So it's not like it's going crazy. Yeah, I assume when you are lowering everything, I assume when you have to lower everything if you want to, and deactivate everything when it comes to live stream data. I think that's the biggest problem I have, that also data is getting live streamed, and because of that it needs so much more RAM. So if I would deactivate the live stream data, which is going through my RAM, then it would probably be less. No. Oh well. I will have 32 gigabytes next week. I know that doesn't help you right now. That doesn't help me right now, and I'm sorry about that. But this is the first game ever I have issues with the RAM. Like, normally every game I have played in the last years, 16 gigabyte of RAM was completely fine. So, but I think it will happen more. Like, this game is definitely one of the first next generation games with all the cool tricks they are pulling. And I think it will happen more. Like, when the next generation of consoles is coming out, you should at least have 24 gigabyte of RAM. Or even 32. And 16 will become the minimum. And keep in mind, I have already deactivated everything. Like, the only thing which is running is my chatbot, which doesn't really take anything, OBS, which takes a little bit, granted, and the game. That's it. Nothing else is running in the background. I deactivated everything. What graphics settings? This is medium to high. But I've realized it doesn't really make a difference. Like, I have tested it out yesterday on medium settings even, and it still took around the same amount of gigabyte. Yeah. It takes around between 10 and 12 gigabyte of RAM right now. Which is the absolute limit. Because Windows is also taking like 4 gigabyte of RAM. That's insane. Yeah, it is. It is kind of crazy. Like, I'm not happy about it. But... Alright, let's try this again. Let's try this again. I'm not giving up. We will try this one more time. And if not, we have to go somewhere else. Sorry. Where was the last one we used? Is it still logged in? Yeah, it is. It is. No, this is the... No, this is the one we want to arrive at. And... Wait. Is... It was here somewhere, right? There it is. There we go. 3600 megahertz. I mean, I have 3200. Yeah, I think I have 3200. I think. Was it higher? Yeah, I think I have 3200 because I'm using AMD. And the Ryzens are working really well with higher megahertz RAM. And keep in mind, the game is running on my M2 SE. So it's not running on a slow SE. It's the Evo 970, 980. I always forget which one it is. What GPU? This is a GeForce 2080 Super. So it's not TI.
Kilo Charlie Oscar November traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra taking off runway 35 departure to the north.
I think a 2080 Super is still alrightish. Proudly sponsored by Nvidia, by the way. I know we are not doing like sponsorships anymore with Nvidia. Like we stopped that this year. But that card was still sponsored by Nvidia before anybody is asking questions. And thank you very much, Nvidia. It is appreciated. Who? Damn, we are fast. Wait, there it is? Wait, that is already the airport? Wait, what? No. No. That cannot be. No. That's the heliport. Wait, why is it? Yeah, what? No. That's not the one. Oh, we are off course. Or are we? Are we off course? Oh yeah, we are totally off course. Hashtag professional. With no flaps? Yeah, we have no flaps. We have right, no flaps. Yeah, we are totally off course. I am changing that immediately. I'm fixing that mistake. That's a lot of forest. Oh, that's the lake. Okay, I know where we're heading. I know where we're heading. Okay, 50%. That should be enough. Yeah, it's on the other side of the lake. So we should be fine. Yeah, we are super fast. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the new Ryzen. I'm actually thinking about upgrading from my 2700 Ryzen 7 2700 to one of the new 4000 series. I'm actually thinking about it. Ooh, there's a lot of winds here. Damn. My ears just popped. Because it's too realistically. Okay, we are nearly en route. Man, a lot of seas here. That's cute. Oh yeah, I know we are above. It's fine. Ah, that's better. That's better. Not gonna lie, that sound is kinda interesting, to say the least. Oh, are we above? We are above airspeed limits. I thought NH would have more hills, but I don't know. I don't know really anything. Oh! What? No, we're good. Yeah. We have definitely a big sea here. That's for sure. Lot of woods. Lots and lots of woods. Just kind of neat. Monaco? No. No. We are now on our way to a small airport in the northeast of America, Canada. Around Canada. Oh, look at that. There's an island. Interesting. Wildor, what did you say? What? Why are getting messages deleted so quickly? Did you try to link something? Did you try to link something, Wildor? What did it delete? Did you say a rude word? Oh, he caps locked. Yeah, caps lock is only for subs. If you want to scream on my channel, you pay me money for that. Just saying. Just saying. Well, hey, I'm not taking anything subs wise, right? It's only like the small things on my channel. But the problem is, Wildor, that like one of the reasons I actually put that in is we had a lot of random people coming just in here and do nothing but using caps, right? And we had like quite a bit of them. So I was just like, okay, you know what? No. And I didn't want to forbid caps lock altogether. So I was just like, okay, well, you want to stream on my channel? You better pay me for that. Like, You got 2 strikes today? Yeah, you better. Doesn't do anything. Oh. Mountain View Field. Nice. Chickville. I'm a horrible viewer. Look, I have gory, you know. Wildor, gory, same thing. I'm used to it. Gory is probably like... I think Mo mentioned my name right now. Where's our target? Are we really that far off? Huh. Kinda. Oh well. Don't mind. I think it's behind the mountains. What is that? Windsock Village. Windsock? That's a great name. Windsock. Better than cheese socks. Ooh. We're getting there, by the way. Excessive airspeed. Well, what are you gonna do about it? Give me a ticket? You can ticket me up here. Freedom! Yeah, I think our target is over there. I think that's our target. Right there in front of us. I think that's the target. Let me see. I think that's our target, which is coming up there. No, it might be the one behind that. Okay, let's do 50. But we are getting close. And then after this one, folks, I will actually try something. I will try to show you my city a bit. And we'll see how good it is. Man, there are a lot of mountains now here. Oh yeah, there it is. Eastern Slopes. Yep, that's the one. Alright.
Landing gear.
Shut up. We're not landing yet. Okay, let's activate...
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing
What?
gear. Landing gear.
Oh.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
I cannot do landing gear yet.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Shut up.
Gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Are you happy now? Are you happy now, machine? I would say it's far too early for landing gear, but hey, that's you. Yeah, that's far too early for landing gear. Did you get the speeding ticket? No, did not. Yeah, we are still like 4,000 meters in the air.
Stall.
Whoa,
Stall.
whoa, whoa, okay. This looks so weird. This aircraft is not good for me. This aircraft is really not good for me. I should use another one. I'm not doing well with this aircraft. Yeah. Yeah. And yes, that's a me problem. It's not the fault of the aircraft. Wow, we nearly managed. Alright, let's get over here. And I would say we're coming in from there. Let's choose another airplane. Let's see. Where is it? I love that airplane. Where's the A5? There it is. There. Worst airport ever? Well, technically you haven't. They're building that airport for the last 14 years. So it's just the worst, because they're not finishing that airport. They finally tried to finish the airport in October after 14 years of building. But yeah, don't go to Schönefeld. Don't go there. Always go Tegel. You always want to go Tegel. Even though the airport is pretty old and they have to replace it. That's why they actually built the other one outside of Berlin. Which kind of funny, when they're done with it, they basically have to rebuild the whole thing again, because it's already too small. Like, that airport is designed for 40,000 people per day, and when that thing will open, they already have to handle 60,000 people per day.
Schoenfeld Tower Icon Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf
And it's
Sierra
like,
ready at runway 25 left straight out departure.
I can't. I can't. Yeah, because this is not the airport. Oh well, I think it is. No, this is just standard. They're still working on the airport. Alright, let's do this. Yeah, that thing is just the worst. Don't ever go there. Like, even if it is finished. Unfortunately, they will close down TXL, which is Tegel. So it's the worst. I love this thing. Unfortunately, this is one of the airplanes you are only getting in the $120 version, I think. So that sucks a bit. Possible for you to spawn in a certain place. Well, you can spawn wherever you want. You don't have to spawn on an airfield. So you can just say, I want to spawn in the air over a city. There are certain places which they completely remodeled after the original. These are mostly airports and the surroundings who have a star underneath it. So that's where you want to go. Everything else is built on satellite data. But the areas with a star under it, they have handcrafted areas. So there you go. Normal, he wants you to spawn somewhere specific to see how detailed that specific place looks like. Oh! Oh!
Icon X-ray Golf Sierra, did you copy?
We can go there, Thomas. Yeah. Sure. Absolutely. I'm taking requests. We have been to Iran, Morocco, Canada. Now it's Germany. I'm taking requests. And thank you, Uzi. I'm a dingus because I can't read. Can you visit me after? Yeah.
Icon X-ray Golf Sierra, acknowledge last transmission.
I still don't know how to answer. I don't know how to answer that, dude. I'm so sorry. I would love to answer this dude, but it's more like I don't know what I don't know how to answer. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh. Are we too fast? Oh yeah, we are too fast. Yeah, my bad. That's odd. Am I blind? Oh. No. Wait. What? This is not Berlin. What is it? What? Yes, we actually did some water landing with it. That's really cool. This is not Berlin. Let me check something. Let me check something here very quickly. Oh yeah, no. Yeah, this makes more sense. Yeah, this is Tempelhof, and this is Tegel. Yeah, that makes more sense. Just gonna say. This was definitely not Berlin. This one is actually closed. They have closed this down years ago. And this one is the main airport inside of Berlin right now. But this will get closed when they hopefully finally finish up Schönefeld. Which they won't. It's still so weird. This is all so dense. Is that? Oh yeah, that's Tempelhof. Yeah, Tempelhof is closed down. They have closed that down like 5 years ago. But yeah, Thomas, we will do that immediately when I land on Tegel. Or maybe somewhere in the water. Who knows? Who knows? And then Tiny, I will gladly do what you want and fly to your place. Yeah, this is not the fastest airplane. This is more like an airplane to visit. That's really what it is. It's an airplane to visit. Oh yeah, there's Tempelhof. So this is Berlin. Which is kind of weird because there's actually like a gap between Schönefeld and Berlin. Like there's land in between. It's not as close to the city as you might think. Which is kind of odd. But yeah, I think this is one of the default cities. Or well, satellite data cities. Yeah. I think I can see my house from here. Aren't most airports a bit outside the city? Yeah, besides of the one they have built in Berlin, because West Germany and East Germany. So they basically had to build them inside of the cities, because outside of Berlin, it was all East Germany, right? So yeah, they couldn't really build them outside. It wasn't possible at the time. Yeah, so this airport, Tempelhof, that one is closed. It's not an airport anymore. It's now a huge area where people can just hang out, doing sport, relaxing. So they're using this huge area for people just to hang out with each other and having a good time. Like it's not an airport anymore. That thing is closed down. They actually thought about using this area for buildings. They wanted to build some luxury apartments there, but the people voted in the city and they were like, nope, you don't. We're using this for relaxation. Oh my god, I can see my house from here. I can actually see my house from here. Okay, that's wild. I know exactly where we are, and I can actually see my house from here. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. I can see my house from here. Like, I kid you not. I'm not telling you which one. I'm telling you exactly where it is, but I can tell you I can see my exact... I'm looking at my house right now. That is so freaking crazy. That is so crazy when you think about it. Like, you can see your house from here. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Yeah, Berlin is pretty huge. It's a pretty... And by the way, as you can see, no skyscrapers, which is something we are not doing. And we have also like a very interesting architecture. Like a lot of cities worldwide are looking actually at the architecture of Berlin. Because as you can also see, There's a lot of trees here in the city, which was like really important when they built the city itself. Like we have a lot of like green area. The only thing where there isn't a lot of green is the main city part. Dude, you have a huge smile on your face the whole time if you're playing this. This game is fantastic. I love this. Like, real talk here. I love this game so far. Like, I'm not really happy what they did with the 3 different editions. Like the $60, $80, and $120 edition, to make that absolutely clear. Like, I'm not agreeing on that part. And again, thank you very much, Xbox, for the free copy of this game. And giving me the $120 edition. But again, this game has been fun. Absolutely fun, man. Especially in a time like Corona, where you cannot go outside yourself. That's amazing. Oh, there's the TV tower. Wait, can we see the... There's the Red City Hall and the TV tower right there. Xbox. Mixing it with some of the keyboard and mouse, because some of the features you have to use the mouse and keyboard. There you can see the Sony Center. It's this one. That is the Sony Center. Right there. That little thing. This is, well, a park with like a huge alley. Let me see if I can... So many things here. Oh, there it is. Where's the Tiergarten? Actually, I think we are flying over it. There it is. This is the so-called Reichstag. This is our parliament. Right there. That's our parliament. Oh. It's right there. Can you fly low so we can see? Well, I can go lower. I have to be careful though. Like going low too fast is something this game doesn't like at all. We have to be super careful about that. But yeah, I can go lower. I just have to be a bit more careful. Well, if you're going down too fast, then 2 things might happen. You have a blackout, or the airplane is breaking in 2. One of the 2 might happen. So I have to go down slow. And unfortunately I have managed that before. I have managed that too often. And blackout. Oh. Well, that's awkward. To settle this. Nope. This is the, oh no. So remember when I said don't go down too fast? Remember that? Yeah. 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 Oh no, that's on me. Like, I should have maybe just listened to my own warnings, you know, and I don't even listen to my own advice. Well, that happened. Gwildor, no, you have to wait with Toronto. We are doing Dublin first. Copenhagen, I can totally do that. Man, 3 days to go, I can't freaking wait. It is fun so far. No, next one is Dublin, I promise that. We do a quick fly over Dublin. But yeah, you have seen my house, so for everyone who ever always wanted to know where I live, now you know. Congratulations. Dublin... That is so weird. They did Donegal, but they did not do Dublin? Huh. So by the way, for everyone who is wondering, this star right here, you see this little star? This means they handcrafted the place. Yorks, we can totally do that. I put it on the list. Don't you worry. I'm putting it on the list. We do that. But yeah, every star means it's handcrafted. They handcrafted that area. The rest is only built around satellite data. But as you have seen, especially with Berlin, like, it was 1-to-1. It was 1-to-1. So they're even pretty good with the satellite data. Alright. Let's do Dublin. And Yogis, we are going there. Like, I know there are so many people who want to see stuff. But Fjallefar. First question, where are you from? Because we are visiting places today. And do we have like a specific airplane you want to check out? Denmark? That's fine. Man, we have so many people from Denmark here on my channel all the time. Like at some point we have whole Denmark watching my channel. I tell ya. Well, then you are suffering the same fate as I do right now. And you are melting. I always believed that Denmark is a pretty cold place. And then I was disappointed to find out that they have heats as much as we have.
Dublin Tower Icon Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra ready at runway 28 straight out departure.
So... Copenhagen? Yeah, we can do that. Sure. I put that on a list. Our list is getting longer and longer. And... I might have to take like a 5-minute break soon, because I'm streaming now for 6 hours and I'm getting slightly hungry, so I might eat like a toast, like a toasty pretty quickly, and then we can continue this. Maybe. We will see. But first, let's do Dublin. You can just send me your account, I take over for you. That is so nice. Man, I always thought Twitch has only like crooked people on their platform who try to steal stuff from you so they can play it for themselves. But that is so nice of you. Man, I love when people do not think about themselves all the time. That's amazing. I wished. Faith in humanity restored. Right. Is that Dublin over there? To our right? I don't know where Dublin is here exactly from the airport. Let me have a look. That's the cool thing about this airplane. You can actually like move stuff around. Is this Dublin? Maybe? I don't know. I've never been to Dublin. To our right. Yes, it's there. Okay. There we go.
Icon X-ray Golf Sierra, you are leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Do a 180. The airplane doesn't like this. If I'm doing a 180, I will not do a barrel roll. I hope it's not there. I hope it's on the water, right? Wait, there? Dublin is behind you? Wait a second. This place? I have never been to Dublin. God damn it.
Icon X-ray Golf Sierra, did you copy?
Bailey Bugle Aerodrome. Is this Dublin? No, Dublin is bigger, isn't it? This is not Dublin. Where is this Dublin? Is this Dublin? Am I looking at Dublin right now? I'm so bad at this. Specs. My specs are underneath my stream. It's a big Home Depot. I don't know what this is. I have no clue, man. Am I right here? You should see it on the map. Let me see.
Icon X-ray Golf Sierra, did you copy?
No, I didn't. Sorry, what did you say? Is it this one? Yeah, this is high graphic settings. It's not ultra, because I don't have the gigabyte. Like, I have 16 gigabyte of RAM, and 16 gigabyte of RAM are not enough for ultra graphic settings.
Dublin Tower, Ryanair 428429 miles east, inbound 4 DME Tango runway 28 approach.
It's under the
Ryanair
airport.
4284 Dublin
It's
Tower.
here.
Cleared 4 DME Tango runway
Oh, there?
28 approach. Altimeter
Is that it?
29er, decimal 9er, to wind 275 at tree.
Is that it? All right. We can fly there.
Cleared 4 DME Tango runway 28 approach Ryanair 4284.
Freaking Ryanair. It's always Ryanair. I tell you. So, by the way, for people who wanted my specs, I'm using a Ryzen 7 2700, GeForce 2080 Super, 16 gigabyte of Corsair RAM with 3200 megahertz, and something motherboard. Doesn't matter. It's a good motherboard. Asus something. But yeah, the problem is 16 gigabyte of RAM. Like, this game crashes even with 16 gigabyte of RAM sometimes because I'm running out of RAM. It doesn't really happen when you are in the air. It happens when I load, especially when I'm loading in some very dense areas. The crashes do happen, which is unfortunate. which is unfortunate. So I have to upgrade to 32 GB. I really have to update. The good thing is RAM is pretty cheap right now. That shouldn't be a problem. I hope I get that till Monday. So this is a relatively slow airplane. It's good if you want to visit certain cities. This is great to just visit the city. That's what this airplane is for. What is that? What is that huge tower? What is that? Oh my god, it's the Eye of Sauron. I knew it. It's a power station? Really? Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I've never been to Dublin. Pretty. Reminds me a lot of Berlin. A lot of like green space and green areas. Just great. I've been to New York 2 years ago for an Age of Empires tournament and the release. And man, let me tell you, I didn't like New York. I really didn't. Too much high buildings and just nah, not my kind of city. Hey there, APW. That's the main part of Dublin. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Hey, Kirsche. Any tips yet? Oh yeah, by the way, for everyone who's looking forward to this game, super important. If you want to play this game, and you will get it, you will install the game, and it will only take about 3 GB. That's a trick. When you have done the download on Steam or any other place you are downloading this, start the game, and that's where the real download happens. I started up the game after the download, and I had to download inside of the game 95 GB. Like, just so you know, it's a huge download you have to do inside the game. So be prepared for that. You allowed to stream this game now? Yep. Well, oh, and it crashed. That was weird. My bad. That shouldn't have happened. I was too fast. Oh well. Yeah, the mountains are great. We are in Dublin. My bad. Any ropes yet? Oh, lots of ropes. But yeah, Xbox was nice enough to give me a key to stream this game. So I can only speak for myself. But yeah, we got the allowance to stream this game.
Dublin
that was
Tower,
my
Icon
mistake.
Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra
I
ready
was
for
too
straight
fast.
out departure at runway 28.
I was too fast. Copenhagen now. We have one other. Let me see if I can go there fast.
Dublin Tower, Ryanair 21220 miles east inbound 4DME Tango runway 28 approach. Ryanair 212 Dublin Tower. Cleared 4DME Tango runway 28 approach. Altimeter 29er to wind 275 that tree.
There we go. How are the mouse and keyboard controls? I'm not even sure if you can play this game with mouse and keyboard. Like, it's a mixture. So I'm playing with an Xbox controller right now. And like, this is how you do it then with clicks. Like, I don't really know exactly how it goes, especially because you also cannot just play it with controller. Like, there are a few things you cannot control with the controller, especially with the bigger machines. So, not 100% sure how that works. Oh, by the way, yeah, I did hit the river. But I'm okay with hitting the river, because this is a boat. This is a boat. This airplane can land in water. We have already done that. It's pretty cool. As you can see right now, like there, it's water landing mode. Oh, what?
X-ray Golf Sierra, did you hear my last transmission?
I haven't. Sorry, don't know how to answer. Can you make it night? Sure.
Dublin
Oh.
Tower, Icon Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra frequency change.
Haha.
Dublin approach icon Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra is type icon 83 miles
weather?
south of Dublin 2,200 feet. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
No?
Icon Alpha Sierra X-ray
I can change the
Golf
weather.
Sierra Dublin approach. Squawk 0224.
Let me see. Objectives, snap log, fuel. Yeah, I'm not sure if I can just change the weather, the night. Custom toolbar?
Icon X-ray Golf Sierra, please
Yeah.
acknowledge.
No, I'm not sure. The slider for time? Not blind. Do a barrel roll? No. That will break us.
Icon X-ray Golf Sierra, did you hear my last transmission?
There we go. Wow. It's pretty cool, man. There you go. How do you have that? Xbox was nice enough to give me an early copy to this game, so that I can actually showcase it.
Please acknowledge.
There you go. It's not fully night yet. It's not fully night yet. Wow, that is kind of big. Nice dimmer, right? I think I hit that pretty nicely.
Icon X-ray Golf Sierra ATC services terminated.
Oh.
Dublin approach icon Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra is type icon 856 miles south of Dublin 3,900 feet. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
Whoops.
Icon Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Dublin approach. Squawk 3016.
So thanks to Microsoft and Xbox to give me a key early to this. so that we can check this out right now.
Icon X-Ray Golf Sierra, please acknowledge.
Oh, what?
Squawk Tree 016 Icon X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Gosh,
Icon X-Ray Golf
everybody
Sierra,
wants to
radar
talk to me.
contact 7 miles south of Dublin, 4,300 feet.
Is this an MMO? Will there be other players in the same server? Yeah. Everyone is flying on the same world. And it's also transmitting real-life flight data to this game. So not just do you see other players, you can also, by the way, fly with a co-pilot if you so desire, but you can see the flights from the real world being transmitted into the game, if you're allowing it.
Cleared through the Charlie airspace, Icon X-Ray Golf Sierra. Icon X-Ray Golf Sierra, contact Valdonal approach on 122.0.
And everything you are seeing here in this game is streamed. The weather is streamed. Like, this is live weather data. The airplanes, it's live airplane data, and so on and so forth. Like, everything is live streamed.
Icon X-Ray Golf Sierra. Did you hear my last transmission?
Oh, man, everybody is so chatty today.
122.0 for Icon X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Everyone is so chatty today, I tell you. Where am I? Oh, we are... Ow. Whoops. We've been flying into the wrong direction, haven't we? Okay, not gonna lie. Moving... this is where we came from, right? No, this is where we want to go. This is where we want to go. Ah! Panic! Panic! There we go. Yeah. Whoops, my mistake. Yox, thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful night. I'm sorry that you have missed your thing. I'm super sorry about that. But there's so many people who want to see certain places. It's like really tough. I'm so sorry about that. Can I sit next to Mo? Well, yeah, you could. Can you switch it back today? Yeah? Live. Wow. Alright, we are back to live. You know what? I wanna see some can we get some snow? Nah. Where's the rain? I want the rain. Oh wow. Don't do that. That was a horrible idea. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. I regret. Oh, and Reyes, that sounds really interesting. Crossplay? Not to my touch yet. But maybe later? Did they ash crash physics? Nope. It's still just a black screen. And believe me, we tried. Believe me when I say, we tried. Yeah, it's just a black screen and then it fades out. So, yeah. It's unfortunate. Oh. Yeah! Yeah, I got it! Oh. If you fly straight and lower, you will fly over my house. Nice! Hey, Sasha Varel. I just realized it was you, Sash. Yeah, it's just a black screen. I have crashed now into Berlin, and unfortunately the game was like, nope, not showing that. I love this airplane. That you also can land on water with the airplane. So amazing. Okay, we are going down. We are going down. And we are landing the wrong way. Oh, they will like that. We are coming down the wrong way. I mean, who cares? It's my airplane. Airspace now. I think we are too fast. I think we are too fast. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we have to do another turn. Assert dominance, land on the taxiway. I mean, yes. What the hell? Whoever you were. Something flew right in front of my monitor. Not anymore. Oh, there's Weston. So this is another airport. Not my problem. Oh, we have to be careful. We have to be careful. Yeah, we are not allowed to... Yeah, we are not allowed to go over the blue symbol in AOA. Like, if you're going over the blue circle, it's over. It's literally over. So, let's not do that. Let's really not do that. Well, then my airplane will break. No, the blue circle is my airplane will break. Like, basically, the wind forces are too strong, and then stuff will break. Just not good. We are fine. Okay. I like to do the landing. Bam. Yeah, so this is a military airfield. Nice! Nice! I always wanted to declare war on Dublin. There we go. Mission successful. Alright. Now, I know with so many people who want to fly somewhere. Successful landing. Hey, I'm glad, Thomas. I'm always glad to fly somewhere. I don't mind. Tiny. Tiny. Where do you want me to fly? Which exactly do you want? Oh man, it gets really dark here right now. I mean, we can choose another one. We can choose another one. Oh, by the way, there's an airplane. Look at that. There's an airplane flying right now. This is not another player. This is a real life airplane. Well, this one right here. This is another real life airplane which is just flying over here. So you're getting like the real life airplane data, and you can see them on the map just flying, which is really cool. I love that so much. Where do you want to go? Northwest. I mean, if you have another to Novi Sad, I mean, we can see if there's like a small one. Bogatic. I'm using a small airplane, so it doesn't really matter that much. Belgrade is the only one around. Aerodrome. Batajinka? Like, I don't know. Beckman. Aerodrome. I mean, sure, we're going Belgrade. I don't mind. Let's use something which is a bit faster. This should be fine. Yeah, this should be fine. This is a little bit faster, but not super fast. Let's go with this one. Boom. Bada boom. Bada bam. And for if you're new to the channel, hi! My name is Chaosmo. I am a partnered streamer here at Twitch and also a variety streamer. So we love to play all the different games, and we are especially focusing on new releases. So whenever there is a new release, no matter if it is an indie game, a AAA game, a beta, an alpha, early access, we are checking it out. Like right now, we're checking out the Microsoft Flight Simulator. Tomorrow, we will have a first look at Marvel Avengers. I've never played that one before, and we will check out the PC version to see how the performance is, because on PlayStation it looked a little bit rough. Then next week on Tuesday we have Mortal Shell, which is a Dark Souls-esque game. We played the beta like a few weeks ago. Super happy about it. It was a lot of fun planning a playthrough of that. We are still playing our first playthrough of Horizon Zero Dawn on PC on ultra hard mode.
Tower JMB Aviation Alpha Sierra
I love
X-ray
to
Golf
punish
Sierra
myself.
at runway 30 ready for takeoff, departing straight of.
And then we have Wasteland 3 also coming up in about 2 weeks, and we are also planning to do a full playthrough there. And we are always starting at 8 AM ET, which is 1 PM GMT and 2 PM Central European time, and we are always streaming from Monday to Friday, besides of special releases. And what we are doing a little bit different here is we are talking gaming news before we are actually playing any games. So whenever they are, like every morning when we are starting to stream, we are talk about the big gaming news. Like today was Epic versus Apple and Google. Or a few days ago it was like talking about the Xbox news. So if you like to hear about what is going on in the gaming industry and what is the hottest news, you came to the right channel. And we are also a Helpful, respectful community. Alright, let's do this. Yeah, maybe. That might be it, Tiny. Like, they have even, like, the small airports there. For sure. Ooh. So where do we have to go? You said northwest, right? So that would be around here. Let's get the landing gear in. Boop. Dum 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 dum. I think I'm not great with geography. Well, then we have a problem, because me neither. Hey, this airplane flies really nice. Ooh, this one is nice. Let me see. What? What is he complaining about?
JMB Aviation X-Ray Golf Sierra, you are leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
What's the problem here? Are we too fast? What's the problem? Oh yeah, we were too fast. Whoops. Northeast towards some mountains. Tiny, we really have to talk about that. I mean, there's some mountains here. So I don't know.
JMB Aviation X-Ray Golf Sierra, acknowledge last transmission.
I don't acknowledge anything. Shut up. How far are you away? Oh, there's another airplane. Nice. It's the only mountain chain in the north. Oh, Tiny, that is... Ah, God. Are you kidding me? I'm looking for mountains now? What? Can I play this game with my GTX 6060 Ti, Max-Q and Ryzen 5? The biggest problem, Flylo, will be your RAM. Like, I have... Yes, I did. Shut up.
Tower JMB Aviation Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra frequency change.
The biggest problem will be your RAM. I have 16GB of RAM, and unfortunately the game crashes sometimes when I start out in very dense areas. So the RAM is really tough. But the rest should be fine. You can probably play this on medium to low. Probably more medium. Like again, everything else is not that crazy. It's really more the RAM than anything else.
Squawk 2715 JMB Aviation X-Ray Golf Sierra. X-Ray Golf Sierra radar contact 3 miles southwest of Lima Yankee Bravo Tango 2,700 feet. Cleared through the Charlie airspace. Cleared through the Charlie airspace JMB Aviation X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Cool. Okay, we have our clearance. Yeah, I'm not sure, Tiny, if they are like mountains here, and I'm flying like northwest. Yeah, I would say you can play this game on low to medium. Like, again, the biggest problem will be dense areas. That is like the biggest problem. So you might not want to start in like a big city. You can fly into a big city, that's fine. But if you're starting from a big city, your game might crash. Mine did multiple times. Because it really doesn't like big and dense cities. Blah. Language. Okay, after that was Wildor, right? What is the one you wanted? Vancouver? Was it Vancouver? Tiny, I have no clue where we are flying to. Let me change the daytime a bit. Oh, that's better. Okay, there's some mountains there, I would say, but I think that is it. We have Vojka Nova Pasova right over there. Vojka? Voshka? Me and language. The endless wheat fields. Yeah. I think that's the, like, do we have to fly behind the mountains? I should have taken like a faster airplane then. So over them, yeah. Wow, yeah, I should have taken a faster airplane and probably take like another airport which is closer. This is a bit slow. Well, I didn't know that you were sending me off like 200 kilometers from the actual target. I was actually believing you would send me somewhere a little bit more closer to that. Just a bit. Oh boy. Let me see. So we are, let me see, where are we? We are right now. That's where we are. So I assume this is the mountain. Oh yeah, this is the mountain. Oh god. This is like far away. Yeah. Enjoy the view. You know, if the airplane would just fly straight, then everything would be fine. Then it could just go into the kitchen very quickly, grab some toast and eat something. But it will not. Okay, let me see if I can like get a little bit closer. Because that is far off. I didn't want to travel for like 2 hours. So this is the mountain, right? This is the mountain, I assume. So we have, what is this here? Sene. That would be behind the mountains. Let's look at this one. So what you are trying to tell me, Tiny, that you were living in the out of nowhere, and you were happy that you were having electricity. No autopilot option? Ah, there is an autopilot option. I have to see how that works. You can give it to your co-pilot, and then the co-pilot does the flying. Yep. So that is an option. I have to figure. I think you have to tell them like where you want to go. If you can tell them where you want to go, then you are fine. Canada? We have been multiple times to Canada, Musi. Oh my god, this is not an airfield. What the heck? I mean, it's kinda near field. Alright, so now well, this is behind the mountains. This is behind the mountains. And let me see. So that is the river. Right. It's right there. And we are now behind the mountains a little bit. I don't know what PV is. I think it's another airplane, airport. Alright. Alright. Yeah, they have basically like every airport on the world, or nearly every airport on the world in this game. Like even the small ones, which are just grass fields. Like they even have that, which is kind of cool. Like you don't have to go. Actually, you can even start in the air. You don't have to go to an airport. Like if you know exactly where you want to start, you can totally do that. And then you are starting in the air. Yeah, we are trying to spot Tiny's house. Exactly. And I don't know if Tiny knows where her house is. I'm becoming more and more sure that Tiny really doesn't know where her house is. I'm more and more convinced by that. So we are now flying to the south. We come in from the north. And we are now approaching the mountains from the south. So we basically did fly over the mountains and we started behind the mountains. just arrived. We are trying to find the house of Tiny, which is a little bit more complicated because Tiny doesn't know where she lives. You see the problem here? Hey, Mini-Me. Mini-Me! Oh yeah, it's Serbia, by the way. It's Serbia. Yeah, we are flying over Serbia, by the way. If the cornfields didn't give it away. Hey, Anonymous. How are you doing? How are you doing? And Mini-Me, I'm good. I'm enjoying my time. Like, I've been smiling most of this playthrough, especially when I found my own house. Like, it's so crazy. Like, I could look out of the window of the airplane and see my house. I could see my own house. And it's like, okay, this is creepy. Yeah, this is on high for everyone who's interested. Like, this is on high. I'm not playing on ultra. I don't have the RAM for ultra. I have 16 GB of RAM. It sometimes crashes. It sometimes crashes. 16 GB of RAM is the bare minimum. So, yeah, I need more RAM. Like, even on high, it sometimes crashes. Are you doing fuel requests? We actually do that right now. Yeah. I try to spot the fortress on the river. Details. Is it the big fortress? I mean, there's another river right there. Tiny. Like, everyone who came in here so far knew exactly where they wanted to go. Like, they could me give exact coordinates where they wanted to fly, and Tiny is like, somewhere there where the water is with a castle and mountains, you will find it. I find it just amusing. Don't say bad words. Well, I haven't. And also, my channel is family friendly, if you haven't noticed. So, if you're trying to troll, like some people like to do, like, don't say bad words, no, my family, well, you came to a family friendly channel, so there are no bad words here. And I actually keep myself to that. Well, close enough, I'm really confused. Wait. Take me to El Paso, Texas. I could do that. That's the city beach. Okay. I used to live there. Ish. Okay. Good. So we are getting there. Hey, Sliced Bread. How are you doing, man? Birmingham. We can go to Birmingham, folks. We have something else. Gwildor wanted to go to something Canada. Something. Tiny, do you know where to go? How are you doing, Sliced Bread? Take me to Manchester? Oh god, all the British people. all the British people. I try to. I think Wildo is not here anymore, so I might do a flyover. Yeah, everyone's swarming in. It's like, wait, he's taking fewer requests? What? Let's go in there. Get in here. Oh, Hearthstone backflashes. Ooh. Well, you live somewhere here. That's nice. Okay, let's do something really stupid, and then we are switching. Let's do something really stupid, because I feel like it. So, emergency landing, huh? It's oh no, the engine did cut out. Oh no! I'm landing in your city, Tiny. I'm getting my emotes. Personal. Hardly any streamer takes any request. I mean, I can see that. It's getting out of hand. Like, if you were overdoing it, then... Nice. Nice. So, you know, nice place. I take it. I take it. People are probably just like, what the? Why is there an airplane on my street? What is he doing here? Right. So people wanted to go. Yeah. Like, this is satellite data. So you're not supposed to be that close. The only cities and airports which are not based on satellite data are the ones with a star. Like, apparently the Hungarian Parliament building. And they are like, every time you see a star, this is handcrafted. This area is handcrafted. So everything else is built on satellite data, and the areas with a star are handcrafted, which is really cool. Yeah, you can fly everywhere. There is no limit, and before anybody is asking, yes, you can fly over North Korea. We actually flew over the Iran a little bit earlier. Beautiful place. Beautiful place. We've been to places. Caribbean. It has been a joy. So people wanted to go to good old Britain. Well, I am more than fine to oblige. I haven't played a flight simulator since 2000? I'm not even lying, like, it was probably 2000. Okay, we're starting in Manchester because one of my longtime viewers and subscribers is coming from there. But we can go everywhere, like, don't you worry. We can also fly somewhere. Liverpool? I mean, Liverpool is right around the corner of Manchester. We can fly over from Manchester to Liverpool. But bam, takes 9 minutes. You know what? Let's take a big airplane. Shall we? Let's take a big airplane here. The A320neo. Let's do that. Oh my god, that takes 2 minutes. Well then, let the fun begin. Your house is East Manchester, Bermondsey. I will make sure to drop by. Literally. Basically get off the ground and then set up for descent. Basically like that, yes. I actually want to see if the autopilot works, because I really need something to eat. If not, we have to take like a quick break of 5 minutes or so. And I really mean 5 minutes. Because we have now streaming for 7 hours. I get hungry. And you don't like the mole when he is hungry. Autopilot for 2 minutes. Well, I could make a toast in the meantime, and then I eat a toast. It's all about efficiency. It's all about efficiency. Yeah, folks, I gladly take any requests. I try to stay away a little bit more of the dense areas. Does he say, and starts in Manchester and Liverpool.
Manchester Tower Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray tree 20 ready
Funny.
for west departure at runway 23 left.
Okay. Well, that's our airplane. There we go. Let's do this, shall we? Oh my god, I need a co-pilot. Does somebody want to join me? Being my co-pilot? Yeah, I wonder if they're allowing mod support. I really hope so. Oh, Liverpool is over there? Really? Alright. Let's do this. There. Oh boy! Oh boy! I have never used one of those. Okay, this is a bit awkward.
Airbus 320 continue for west departure. I will contact you next when you leave my airspace. Airbus 320, you are leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
Damn, here we go. Ready for takeoff. Yeah, unfortunately there are not a lot of people who can join me right now.
Manchester Tower Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray tree 20 frequency change. Manchester approach Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray tree 20 is type Airbus A20N 3 miles northwest of Echo Golf Yankee X-ray. Request flight following. Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray tree 20 Manchester.
Oh my god, you were climbing fast.
Squawk 0423 Airbus tree 20.
Okay, I think that was Manchester down there. Sorry, we didn't see much of Manchester. Bye, Moosey. Bye. Bye.
Copy Airbus tree 20.
And we are flying wrong.
Airbus 320 contact Manchester Center on 118.775.
We have to fly over there. Oh boy. Oh boy. We are totally not en route. That's Manchester? You sure? I think Manchester was over there. It's way back in the distance. Oh. Yeah, that's not Manchester.
Airbus 320 acknowledge last transmission.
I don't... Okay, these airplanes are kind of meh because you're going high and there was a bad decision. There was a bad decision.
Airbus 320, did you hear my last transmission?
Oh, sorry. Yes, yes, yes.
Going to 118.775 Airbus 320.
You happy now? Is this Liverpool down there? I think this is Liverpool down there. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I think this is Liverpool. Yeah, this is dumb. Okay, this is dumb. Let's do it with a smaller airplane. That is my bad. I'm so sorry, folks. These airplanes are not really meant for sightseeing. Surprise! Who would have guessed? Okay, let's do this again. Boom. Boom. And let's use... Yeah, let's use the 747. No, I'm kidding, I'm kidding. I'm joking. Man, decisions. DV20. I was thinking about it. I was actually thinking about it. Well, let's just do DV20. Sure. How long does that take? Okay, 11 minutes now. Wait, you fly for like 2 minutes? Well, with a fast airplane, yeah. No, they have a train from Manchester. Yes, Pirate, I'm aware of that. And they have also something like cars. But this is not the Microsoft Car Simulator or Train Simulator. This is the Microsoft Flight Simulator. Don't know if you noticed that. How would you rate performance? Good? With a caveat, 16 GB of RAM and dense areas will sometimes end up in crashes. 16 GB of RAM is not enough on high settings and dense areas. Like, I was running out of memory quite often. If you are in the air and you are flying over dense areas, you're completely fine. That's fine. But when you are starting in a dense area and you are on the ground, that is where you are getting into trouble with 16 GB of RAM. Everything else, like the moment you are in the air,
Manchester Tower Diamond Alpha
perfect.
Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra ready for departure to the west at runway 23
Absolutely
left.
perfect. Like, you don't have to worry about that. Alright. Let's do this. Oh damn, that's loud. You are more than welcome. This is also one of the reasons why I do not play on ultra settings. I would love to, but with 16 GB of RAM, impossible. Absolutely impossible. Everything else is fine. Whoa, 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 whoa. What? What's that? Nobody saw that. Saint Greedy, thank you very much for the bits. I do appreciate that. Thank you very much for the support. Tail Strike? Maybe? That was weird. I think that's the first time it ever happened. Maybe it was a Tail Strike. Yeah. I mean, that's the only explanation I really have for this. Ha!
Manchester
Weird.
Tower Diamond Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra ready for departure to the west at runway 23 left.
Okay, let's try this again. This time, not being a dingus. I'm so good at being a dingus, though. Okay, let's get it some speed. Thank you, Pirate. You took too early. Yeah, I bounced off, I assume. I took off too early, then I bounced again, and then it was just wobbly. And ugh. One day I will see Manchester. I will make it happen, man. And let's go off. Okay, not gonna lie, this airplane I think it's a bit suspect. Not gonna lie. That's a bit suspect. I'm not sure about this airplane, man.
Diamond X-Ray Golf Sierra, continue for west departure. I will contact you next when you leave my airspace. Manchester Tower Diamond Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra, continue for west departure.
Oh yeah, that is exactly what it means. No, it's actually I think it's AOA. Yep, it's the AOA. It's not the pitch, it's the AOA. That's what it is. The attack on airplane. Yeah, ooh. This airplane doesn't like it at all when I'm moving too quickly. Yeah. Gentle movements. This airplane doesn't like it rough. I read that airplane looks like somebody slipped wings on a Renault. Renault. Rude. It's also not very fast. I thought it could go a little bit more faster. Yeah. I mean, is this Manchester? Oh, this is Manchester. Like everything around it is Manchester. Yeah, unfortunately you cannot crash in this game. It's a bit unfortunate. Oh well, you can crash, but you cannot crash into something really. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here speaks the captain. We have arrived in Manchester City, also called Manu. It is the place with the worst football club in history of football. You could basically say they have never won anything and they never will in their life. But here we are. I mean, it is what it is. And all the menu people just left the stream. Look, I'm not the one to talk with my city. I think we haven't won anything in like 30 years. So...
Diamond X-ray Golf Sierra, you are leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Sure.
Manchester Tower Diamond Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra frequency change.
Yeah, this one is not very fast. I'm a bit disappointed here by the speed. Suburbs. I thought this one would be a little bit faster. Good sightseeing plane. Yeah, but there are some others which can go faster if they want to. And they can go slower. This one's not bad though. It's alright. It's alright. That's what it is. Man. There you go, Moosey. Are you happy? Now you're facing the city. Alright. There you go. Man, Manchester is kind of big, isn't it? Not as big as their losses in soccer. How was your day, folks? How was Friday? And yes, we are flying to Liverpool here in just a second. So Musi, where is your house? I want to come to visit. Only 3 million people? What? Well, they're the skyscrapers. Oh well. At least a bit. I'm to the east. I'm coming, Moosey! I'm coming! What is that? Huh. Park. Some park. That's the city center right there. Damn. That's dense. Oh. Well, there you go. I hope you enjoyed the view. I have to say, looks like every other European city. Alright. Let's go to Liverpool. Yeah! Wait, wasn't helicopters a DLC in the previous flight simulators? Do you remember that? I saw my office. Tell me where and I crash into it, Musi. Let's end this. The oppression of Musi Manson. No? Alright. So this is the right way, right? I hope this is the right way. We are flying to the west, and Liverpool is west from Manchester, so we should be fine. Where's the GPS? GP what? Have you seen what I'm flying with here? Have you, like, what? GP what? You didn't bring a map with you? Nah. We're flying by instruments, man. Mo! Sakra! You crazy? Going to Manchester and see where Musi is? Yeah. Yeah. I think that is crazy. This is why I'm leaving. Like, I'm getting out of here. This isn't worth it. Oh, still online. What can I say? I enjoy my time in this game. I really do. I really do. I was going to watch the VOD, and then you realize, wait a second, this is not a VOD, this is live. Yep. Yeah, we are flying to Liverpool right now. I assume I'm just following the river, and then I will get to Liverpool eventually. Even though I have to say, I'm a bit unhappy with the speed of this airplane. Just a bit. Yeah, I did. Parrot. I did. And I had a huge smile on my face, but also a little bit frightening when you are flying over your own house and you can pinpoint that house. Like, it's not like that I was like